In this video on Leads functionality within Microsoft Dynamics 365 for sales, we're going to cover off the views area. Now, this is one in a series of videos we're doing specifically on leads, so you can see links to others in the series below. Also, if you've got any suggested content ideas or you need any help in Microsoft Dynamics, please see the links below. So let's just talk about what we mean by views. So I'm in the leads record at the moment. And you can see at the top here, I'm in a view, and that view is called Open Leads. And there's a little down arrow to the right of that. If I click on that, you can see a list of views that I've got access to. Now these are all system views. I do have the option of having personal views, but I haven't got any created at the moment. So system views is something that's maintained by your system administrator. Those views are available to everybody. I can create my own views. Those are called personal views, which I can share with other people, but they're maintained outside of the core admin function, if you like. Now, in terms of what a view is, we can see we're in the Open Leads one at the moment, as I say. A view is a combination of the columns that are displayed of data, so in this case lead name, topic, owner, status, reason, created on, and the filters that are applied to it. So if I click on the filters here where it says edit filters, you can see what the existing filter is. So the status in this case equals open. I can tweak and tune that if I want to, by adding or changing that status. I can also change what columns are displayed. I've got this ability here through the edit columns function to remove some of these columns, move them around by drag and drop, add columns from add other lead fields as columns in the record and move those around. Now, I'm not going to get into that in great detail because we'll cover that off in a subsequent video around creating personal views, but I've got the option to tweak what data is shown there and the filters that are applied. Now, as I say, we've got multiple different views, system views here. I've got all leads, I've got closed leads, I've got leads open this week. So I've got a variety of system filters, so system views available to me. Obviously, your admin can tune these further if what you need isn't immediately available. So if we go into a view, let's go back into Open Leads, you can see that is actually my default. I'm able to set a default view, i.e. when I go into this area, this is one that's going to open. At the moment, I'm in a sort of static data view, still called static grid view. I do have the option to go to a focused view, which is a different way of displaying these records. So if I go into that, you can see it's just a different way. So I've got all those leads listed on the left hand side, and the one I've got highlighted there is actually showing me the lead record. If I just click on the next one, it goes through, it goes and displays the detail there. If I go to that one, so it's a good way of using a view to actually sort of go through lead by lead and be able to see the record without having to actually open the record up. I can go back to my read-only grid if I want to. The other option I've got here, and it's not an out-of-the-box option, is I can turn this into an editable grid if I want to through the admin controls in the system. So that's another option that's available to me. So views are viewable as a read-only grid, or as an editable grid, or in this focused view. I've also got the ability to display charts. If I just click on that, you can see it's displaying a chart. I can change the chart that it displays there. I do have a personal chart that I've created, and the rest are system charts. So again, I have the ability to create my own charts if I want to. And these are quite powerful because I've got the data displayed here, and if I just click on one of these segments of the chart, that will filter these records on the right hand side. So just click on that, that filters that. I can do some additional drill down as well if I wanted to. I'll just come back, I'll just hide the chart, come back out of that. Sorry, just jump to the leads dashboard, which I'll go through to in a minute. So there we go, back to open leads. So we've shown the chart. I've also got the ability to visualize this view. This is a sort of tool really designed, I guess, to show the power of Power BI, Microsoft's sort of flagship reporting tool. So if I just click this, it kind of looks at the data, looks at the view and said, well, tries to render some useful information about that. Can take a second or two to generate, and there we go. That's sort of generated some information based on the view that I was in. I can further tweak and tune that if I want to. So I come out of that. Let's carry on showing some of the other options. I've got the ability to export data out of the system if I wanted to. I've also got the ability to go into my dashboards, my specific leads dashboards view from here. We've shown how you can do that in a previous video. And if I go back to my view here, there are some functions that are available to me when I select records. So if I select two records here, for example, just by ticking the boxes on the left, that pops up and gives me a few more options here. One of which is I can merge records. I could merge two records together. So I can merge two records together, and I can choose which is going to be the parent record and which is going to be the subsidiary record, and select what data from each is going to be merged together. And I've also got the ability to do mass editing on the selected records. So I've got a mass edit function here that I can make changes to more than one record in one go. So that's a quick run through of the leads views and all of the associated functionality. We have actually done a separate course of videos specifically on views, and I'll provide a link to it below. You can also see links to others in the leads series below. Also, if you've got suggested content ideas or you need any help with Microsoft Dynamics, again, see the links below. Anyway, thank you very much for your time today, and hopefully see you again soon.